Hello everybody, it's me Jacob from SGLR Outdoors, and welcome to the scouting trip part 2. So this is a completely different spot. This spot is, it's another spot, about almost in the same area, but this one's got a little bit less of a rockier terrain. As you can see, I'm already in the woods. So pretty nice, makes it easier for me to definitely get in there. So already this spot's already ranking high. But this spot has other things instead of just, walking into, It's got, especially starting in, it's got a lot of uneven terrain, making it a little bit harder to get into. So I'll have to go slow. Now, yes, I have actually been to this spot before. I went to this spot about a year ago. I didn't hunt it this year, unfortunately. Oh, God. Like I said, rough terrain. That hurt. Let me get down here real quick. So, check this out. That is the river that flows through. So this is actually more of a deer hunting spot. You can already tell, especially with all that. Now, I'm gonna go pay a friend to an old buck that used to be in this area. I'll have to go through this area right here. But it still looks like there's a lot of deer tracks through here. And also there's a lot more water here as well. Last time I was here, there was no water. But yeah, you can definitely tell there was a fuck ton of deer tracks through here. So this is definitely a promising area for deer, especially if you're looking at deer hunting this area. There's tons of proof of there being deer here. Now obviously, if I do, I'm gonna probably archery hunt this. This is cool. This is really cool. Definitely not something I would expect. Yeah, how thick is this ice over here? Can it hold a 230-pound man? Oh, dude, that is thick ice. Holy shit. Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, so this is ice. All iced over. What has happened to this spot, man? I don't think we're on. Alright. Yeah, you can tell this is still a good spot for deer. However, there's a lot more water here than I thought there would be. I know last year, or the year when I hunted this, back in, I think it was the hunting year of 2024, there was no water back here. Specifically not in this spot. You can already tell that there's a ton of deer back here, especially through all the deer tracks and all that. So there's still a decent sized deer population that is running rampant through here, which is a very good sign. Yeah. Great area. Looks like someone else was here too. Check this out though. Now we're at the river. All right. Keep me on balance, please. Do not push me down, fucker. Awesome. Now that, I'm pretty sure, is all ice. However, we can get down here on the bank, and we can definitely move through. A lot of that's just water. So, go on ahead. Try to get down. You just can walk on the bank. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Good. Oh, shit. All right. Now we're on the bank. Now, I'm pretty sure you can actually walk all of this. Now, another thing, too, is now that we're on the bank, you can see where basically, like even over there, there's doe tracks, meaning they probably come up here to drink. So this is probably where they're drinking from. I mean, obviously, but over here, it makes it easier for them Yeah, you can see here more deer tracks. Like they probably come up to here to drink, and then they head back the opposite direction. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can find this stuff just by looking at them. And even over here, you can see more tracks as well. Yeah, this is good. Damn good. Now, if I were me, try to find out where the... Oh, that's a trap. Okay. Yep, don't be an idiot. That's ice. This is all a brick of fucking ice. Get back on it. There we go. That's better. I'd rather be walking on the powder than this shit. That right over there. So I think this is all like the shallow it goes. And then over there you can kind of see where we were just at. And then you have to cross over the river. I should have put my waders on to do that. I got boots on, but I don't know how deep that water gets. Oh, check that out. What are these? You see these down here? Look at that. What are these tracks? I think these are duck. Pretty sure they are. I think we just found some duck tracks, but I don't know if you're. I don't think you're able to hunt duck down here. Yeah, probably mallards. Probably mallard duck. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I figured I saw that and I was like, that's interesting. What kind of track is that? It's a duck. Cool. All right. Now, here's the better question. How deep is that water? Because I think... Oh yeah, it is. Shit. Oh, fuck that. Nope, I have the boots to do it, but nope. Oh, that would have sucked. Shit. Shit. What the hell? And that's just by going off the main path. So far we found a really good amount of deer tracks. Found some duck tracks. So it tells me that mallard probably come in here during probably at the end of duck season to basically back to migrate back here. So it's still a good sign. Not exactly what I'm looking for though. I'm looking for turkey. However, we might not have turkey. I want to cross this woods, but until that water is calm enough for me to cross, I don't want to cross it yet. And I might have to wear waders to do it. I feel like if I wear waders, I'll be able to get over there fine. Because the main thing I was really worried about was how deep this water is. It looks like it gets pretty damn deep from what I was able to find. But aside from that, I don't know exactly what we need to do. Just go back down on the path and take a look-ski at everything else going on right now. Let me go ahead and find something real quick. Okay, so it looks like, now the one thing you want to avoid on this one is trails. There are tons of trails that are all throughout this place, and this is pretty big, but it looks like you can also there's another parking spot too, where you can get on the other side of the creek, Now that might be the better thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, there's another hunting spot. Actually, I'm on the opposite side of where we're at right now. So all of that over there, can all be hunted. I just got to figure out what's the best way to cross it, whether it be in waders. I wonder if that would be best. Obviously, right now, I don't want to cross it with all the ice on it and stuff, especially since it's not as cold as it used to be. And you just saw, I mean, I was standing on the edge, but yeah, I'm not sure about that one right now. But when it gets warmer, though, like when it's warmer weather, like 80 degrees or like about 80, 90 degrees, I'd rather do it out here like that time. Also, how long until sundown? Problem is that the sun is going down faster and faster these days. So 6:09, so I have about an hour of sunlight left before the sun goes down. But what I'd like to see is I'd like to go travel on that ridge. So back the way I came, like from the other opposite direction, so over that way, there's a ridge that goes throughout this entire thing that I would love to go ahead and check out. So if I can do that, that would be great. Because then what that can do is that can furthermore tell me what I need to know. Some people have crossed this river. I have not in totality seen it crossed. So that's kind of the thing that's kind of stopping me right now. So let me go ahead. Let's get back up there. Check that. Keep moving and grooving. Ow, fuck. Yeah, this is cool. It's a lot more open over here actually than what I thought it would be. Something's making noise. I'm in danger. And you'll be able to find some really good antlers, which if that's something you guys want to see me do, I'll do it. But yeah, still cool though. Still cool. Still cool. Man, now you gotta just keep heading back this way. Oh. Looks like, yeah, there's another water spot here. Check this out. I'll be damned. That's where they're going, all the deer. Okay, so that tells me that if when they go through there, they can travel and they can go find acorns to get to the food source. And they're using the river as drinking water. There's still a huge sign of life here. And you can tell it's deer. And it looks like they do this path at least once a day. You can see that because they're jumping back and forth at least a couple times a day. A deer has to eat every 3 hours. So they'll do it probably a couple times a day. That's cool though. So, yeah. Well, shoot. Well, I don't want to jump across that. I know I won't make that jump. I'm too fat for that. You can tell. Look how spread out the hooves are. That's a buck. That's a buck footprint. You can see them better now because you can actually see the hoof print. Yeah, there's still a buck out in these woods. And it looks like he crosses through here sometimes. It's good to know. I bet you he jumped across there to get over there. Okay. Good to know. part of the whole thing. This one hill. Ready? There's goose out here. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's cool. So, they're probably goose that we're walking, not mallard. So, when the weather warms up, we're gonna get part 2 of this spot. So from what we know is that on the right side you have where the deer are being fed. There's acorn trees, there's oak trees, all down there. On that far left side is where you can probably find them bedding down, and right in the middle is where they're drinking. So now you gotta know their pattern. That is the important part. We're trying to find them on this one. But I think overall that's pretty good. That's good enough for me. For now, anyways. Other than that, I would love to cross that river to see how much we can find. And I think it's because of all the snow. But yeah. So for spot number 2, I'd give it a 5 out of 10 for turkey, or for 0 out of 10 for turkey, but I will hold off on that, especially on the far side of the river. Deer though, the deer population on this side of the river, absolutely fantastic. This has got to be by far the best spot for deer that I've seen. Definitely, and we've already seen bucks, so there is a buck out here. You already know we can see his track. And then also we can do, we also saw some doe tracks, so there's definitely going to be some breeding going on here in the rut. So that's a very good sign. And we found their bedding locations. We found everything that we need to know for when they come in next time. So very, very cool. Very, very cool to see. We got some great footage of me hiking and falling down. And we got some good footage of basically checking out the entire right side. You can probably go further, but the problem is with how dense those woods are on the right side, it does make it harder to trek through, and maybe there's another way around that. Definitely something that I'll have to try out when we get into the summer months, probably, especially on this spot. I feel like there's places in this woods where the hunters have not hunted yet, and that is something that I would love to go hit, because I can guarantee almost that there is a lot of cool things that we can find. So without further ado, I will see you guys later. Stay safe, have fun, have a great time.